We're very, very excited today because we're asking Baltimoreans to join us as we launch what we call Museum Day Live in Baltimore. Yay! Big round of applause. We're super excited. We realize that museums and galleries really play an important role in terms of our own society, how we preserve and enrich the present, but more importantly, how we share and inspire people around our history and for the future. For the past 13 years, I believe the Smithsonian Magazine has designated Saturday, September the 23rd, as Museum Day Live. And that's all around the country, but we're so proud because here in Baltimore, we have 13 different venues that exhibit and invite people to come in and see the great things that we preserve and the history that we project, and all the accommodations that are provided in our various museums throughout the city. So we're very excited that everybody is here. I wanted to also say to Courtney, thank you for all the work that you do at the B&O Railroad Museum. I just recently took a ride on one of our trains down there and shared with those in our communities about all the great things that are happening there. And we're also going to relocate our, what do we call it, our mounted police? There, oldest in the country. So young people visiting the B&O Railroad will get an opportunity to see them as well. So again, thank you for all the work. We're raising money, so we're asking people to continue to give. That's important.
Thank you.
As we continue to do that. And all of our museums certainly are always looking to raise money, but also are grateful for the patronage of those who visit those venues, because in our case, many of them are free. The Reginald F. Lewis Museum, represented here by Christina Palmer, Director of Development, is really dedicated to the history of African Americans in Maryland. I remember when it was first thought about and the conversations that were heard. And if you've not been there recently, they have one of the greatest exhibits that I've seen. It is the Jacob Lawrence exhibit. I got to meet Jacob Lawrence before his passing, and was very excited and have some of his art as well. We have the Baltimore Lithuanian Museum, represented by Henry Galdis, Museum President. Thank you so much for being here as well. And the Baltimore Museum of Art, represented by Christine Dietze. Thank you so much. She is the Chief Operating Officer. Got some wonderful, wonderful exhibits there, but also some wonderful exhibits up and coming. So if you don't know what's going on there, please go on their website. I'm very excited about some of the future things that are going to happen there as well. The Baltimore Museum of Industry, represented by Claire R. Muffins, thank you so much, holds a very special place for me, because when I was doing some consulting work with the NAACP, one of the places I used to take my young people from 6th to 8th grade was to that museum, and just to see the smiles and thrill on their faces. It's also one of the things we should recognize, is that these museums oftentimes host events, as does the Baltimore Museum of Industry. Great place to host families, to host events at any of these venues. Let me also mention the Baltimore Streetcar Museum, represented by Andrew S. Bloomberg. He's the Director of Public Affairs. Thank you. Where are you? Raise your hand. Yay, he's here with us. The Irish Railroad Workers Museum, represented by Michael. Where are you, Michael? The board president. Thank you for being here. 2 row houses will be open for tours, in addition to Professor Maureen O'Prey will be presenting a program entitled Brewing in Maryland. That will be at 11:30 a.m. We have a lot of brewing going on in Maryland now. The Jewish Museum, which is really great because we're getting ready to celebrate. We're celebrating the Jewish holiday, which is represented by Marvin Pinkert. Hey, Marvin, thank you for being here. He's the executive director. It is the home of Maryland's first synagogue, and will offer free admissions to the museum and tours of the 2 historic synagogues Sunday, September the 24th. The museum will be closed Saturday and will observe the museum's day on Sunday. Maryland Historical Society, represented by Clay Braswell. Where is he? Where's Clay?
Over here.
Hey, Clay, how are you? He is the Director of Advancement. Stop by on Museum Day and help celebrate Maryland's rich and diverse history. Thank you. And the National Museum of Dentistry, how about that? Represented by Patrick Coulter, Research Associate. Thank you, Patrick. Will offer fascinating hands-on exhibitions about the power of a healthy smile. Yay, we all should have one. And of course, the Walters Art Gallery, represented by Becca Seitz, the Director of Marketing and Communication. Thank you for being here. Also, a museum that I hold very dear to me. I never forget when I was doing the Fish Out of Water project. That is where we auctioned off our fish there. And what you all should know, the exhibition, they have a Martin Luther King Remedies for the Soul. This exhibition marks the 500th anniversary of the Protestant Reformation and includes art and artifacts from the 1600s. But also, let me just say to all of you all, thank you for doing such great work in our city, and more importantly, for hosting these museums and taking so very much great care of the artifacts and the exhibitions that are shown there. This is for the public, and so what we're saying to the public, please come, join us and celebrate our museums and recognize what great institutions they are in our city. So I'm going to present this to you, Courtney, on behalf of everyone, to say that we're very proud to be a part of this day, and more importantly, to celebrate this weekend on September the 23rd, Museum Day Live in Baltimore City. So we wish that everyone would join us, and more importantly, visit, pay patronage, I would say look, listen, and learn. Thank you all.
Thank
Courtney,
you.
are you going to share any words?
I am.
Sure.
Good afternoon. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to say a couple of words on behalf of all the museums in Baltimore participating in Museum Day Live, and how important the Smithsonian Magazine's event, Museum Day Live, is not only to us as museums, but also to the city of Baltimore. The B&O Railroad Museum has been an affiliate of the Smithsonian since 1999, one of the oldest affiliates in the country, and we have participated in Museum Day Live every day and every year since the very beginning. And we have enormous crowds that take advantage of this. Last year we had just under 2,000 people come for free to the B&O, and they're coming to Baltimore too,
Yes.
Mayor Pugh, and they're going to eat lunch here, and they're going to buy their gasoline here, and then some of them may even spend the night.
So there's an economic impact to all of us.
My point exactly, right. This year, we because we have a lot of Smithsonian objects on display and a very, very brand new locomotive, Civil War period locomotive that's just come out of our restoration shop, we have some very, very special things to highlight on Museum Day this year. But you know what? I look at this event as an opportunity to throw out the welcome mat and to say hello to a world of new people that might otherwise not have visited us. And it gives them a chance to come in, to experience, to see, to do, to be part of our programming, to understand what great treasures we all hold as museums. Because really, when you think about what museums do, is we hold the essence of human culture.
Yes.
At every level. So I'm so thrilled to be here. And for all of this, I want to thank Smithsonian Magazine for providing a way for so many across our country, but particularly here in Baltimore, to have access to these great institutions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Christine, you want to share a few words with us?
Sure, I'd love to. The Reginald F. Lewis Museum is very excited to participate in Smithsonian Day Live, as well as be a Smithsonian affiliate along with B&O and the Museum of Dentistry. We take very much pride in being an affiliate, but also we're excited to share with you our Jacob Lawrence exhibit. This exhibit hosts over 50 works that are owned by local Marylanders, and it is one of the most unique and beautiful exhibits you'll see during this time. So we're super excited that this exhibit is up during the same time that you all will have the opportunity to come visit the museum. So please get your passes and come see us. We are excited because also we know that through African American culture, we share our stories through our art forms. And so we'll have lots of events on that day, and we'll also be doing special tours. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And let me just say, one of the things that we always say in our administration is collaboration. But to see this kind of cooperation and collaboration among all of these museums in our city, I think bodes well for the city of Baltimore and for all of those visitors that will have a great economic impact. So our message to you out there is come, visit, listen, learn. Have a great time. Thank you all.
Thank you.